Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? I don't remember if I've done a reading for you before, so I like to explain real quick kind of how it works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me. They also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. And I try to describe the picture the best I can. They never waste a message. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind. You'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. Go, oh, I know what he's talking about. This is not exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. He'll give me he won't give me all the details. Details are none of my business. He'll give me just enough so hopefully you'll understand what he's referring to. He's already talking. He keeps saying Chico and the Man, Chico and the Man. But I think that was a TV show, wasn't it? I don't know how old you are, but I don't creep anybody's Facebook page ahead of time. It messes up what little logical mind I have, which is very little. I don't know, Chico and the Man. It was a show, like, I think when I was younger. So that's how long ago. So I'm not sure that's what he's referring to. And then he holds up one chip, which looks like a Dorito. So I don't know if Doritos were his favorite, or you just ate Doritos. You're getting ready to go buy some Doritos. I don't know. He's holding up one Dorito chip, or at least that's the shape and the color that it looks like one of the ones that's maybe a little red and a little hotter. He says, "I love you, baby girl." He goes, "We didn't always see eye to eye, especially when you were younger." And he's kind of saying it that way, especially when you were younger. But I never stopped loving you. I never doubt my love for you, even if I didn't tell you or show you enough when I was here. You are a fabulous person. And he goes, chip off the old block. He says, may not be the only thing I didn't do, but the main thing I didn't do before I left was tell people that I love them more, to spend more time with my loved ones, to spend more quality time with my loved ones, especially you. He says, things look so different up here. You don't have all the hustle and bustle of the world. You don't have clocks. You don't have calendars, you know. You don't have, all that stuff. Where here we get so busy with the hustle and bustle of life that we don't spend time doing the things the things that are actually important, like spending time with your family, spending time with your loved ones, telling somebody 1,000 times a day if you need to, I love you. We don't take time to do that because we get so caught up in the earthly working, having to be somewhere at a certain time world. So that's what he's referring to. He says, make time. Big try. Make time. Take time. Don't just assume people know it. Don't just assume people feel it. Actually apply. Actually take the time. Make a conscious effort. He's making a big deal out of this. So it's something that he really wishes he'd done more of. He says you can make it right. You can do it right. Start now. Start by doing it now. There's somebody, I don't know if you have kids, somebody that's younger, but it's, okay, show me. Maybe a teenager, maybe close to being a teenager, a boy, that he says needs to hear this a lot more. That they're not feeling it, you know. Like I tell all my friends, I love you. See you later. I love you. This is different. So he's wanting you to make sure whoever this younger male is, like I said, could be a child. I don't even know how old you are. Make sure that he feels it. Because he hears it, but he's not feeling it. And your dad thinks it's very important. So we felt like playing a card before I started this. And these are my release cards. They're my favorite of all of them. Because it shows us something we need to let go of. This deck of cards does. And I asked your dad to pick one. So he picked Surrender the Idea You Can Fix Someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So I don't know if there's somebody out there that you feel like that you can fix them, that you can change them, that you can't. You can't change somebody if they don't want to be changed. And your dad says don't get in a relationship where you feel like you need to change somebody, because if you need to change them, he's already not the right one for you. So I don't know if he's talking about a certain relationship you have, or if he's talking about, he says basically in general. Are you like me and I like to go around and try to fix everybody? I'm so guilty of that card. So guilty of it. Actually, I tried to do that last night to help somebody, come to think of it, and she wasn't ready to change. So until that person's ready to change, there was 3 of us girls sitting down there crying with her, and we can't change her situation. We can't change how she feels about herself unless she's ready to do it. So you can't fix someone else. You can support them, you can help them, but you gotta let them wait till they're ready to fix it, if that makes sense. And that's funny, that fell right in there. So he's holding up one. Oh, do you call them maracas or castanets? Oh, the little things that you shake. Now I noticed his skin did look darker. I don't know what nationality he might be, but he's holding up one, and he's kind of rattling it. Kind of looks like a snake rattling its rattlesnake rattling its tail, just barely vibrating it. You should hear this. You may have one of these or 2 of these. I think usually there was 2 of them. So if you have one, he's acknowledging that he knows that. You should hear this thing rattle, and it doesn't have to be the actual physical one. You can just hear it up here. You have telepathic ears, and you can hear things. So, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. He's being very soft. He's doing like kind of like a psst noise. Not quite like that. Kind of a psst or a shh. No, that's more of a whistle. I can't. Kind of a psst. Kind of an air coming out of his mouth type. You should hear this. Yeah, and you can be in your car, you can be in the store, it doesn't matter where you hear it. You could hear somebody physically do it in the next aisle. You could have somebody come up behind you and go, anything along that line will be a sign from him. But he's trying to do it to you. They usually come in on my right side, so it doesn't have to be the right side, but I like to try to be exact when I describe things. They may not come out exactly that way, but it might. But he's over here on my right side, and he's doing it like right above my ear. Maybe you'll just feel that little wisp of air on top of your ear. Maybe you won't even hear it. I don't know how you will receive the energy. Everybody receives it different. But anyway, he's trying to let you know he's there. But he's saying happily ever after. I don't know what that means. It makes me think of somebody getting married or is married. Happily ever after. Did you know that I was dancing on my way to heaven? It's like second he crossed over, he was just literally dancing and having a great person. He's not showing anybody around him or anything, but just literally like Yahoo type of dancing, like really out there. He says, then I saw Uncle Charlie. Now, we stink at names. I do anyway. Used to get them exact, don't anymore. So it could be a male with a C name or a CH name. It may not be exactly Charlie. So even if he didn't have an uncle that fits in there with that, it could have been somebody that felt like an uncle. Like I always tell people, the little lady next door can feel more like your grandmother than your real blood grandmother who lives clear across the country that you see once a year at Christmas. So it's that uncle feeling. It's saying somebody that used to help him along the way. Could be a coworker. I know that's kind of vague and that's kind of stretching it out there, but yeah, it is what it is. You're beautiful just the way you are. Don't let anybody try to change you. You do not have to fit their scenario. You have to fit your scenario. Okay, he's singing the song Just the Way You Are, and it's by Billy Joel, Joel. He's singing that to you right now. So go Google it, YouTube it, whatever you want to do, and check out the words of that song because there's a message from him to you. And more than likely, you will hear this song come on, or you'll hear somebody say Just the Way You Are, or it might even hear somebody mention Billy Joel out of the blue. That will be a sign from him. So even if you don't listen to that kind of music, watch for it to pop up maybe when you're walking through Walmart or something like that on the intercom. So still singing it. He loves you just the way you are. Don't go trying to change to please somebody. I don't know why I feel like fiddling with my tree. It's weird. Okay, I don't know if the shoes make any difference. He's showing me shoes. They kind of look like work boots, but not like the big, heavy work boots. But they're not tennis shoes. Don't know if that makes any difference. Walking on gravel. He's talking about the crunching of the gravel as he walks. I don't know if this may be something that you used to know he was home when you would hear him walk up the gravel driveway or something. Or recently you've heard what you thought was footsteps on the gravel behind you. You turn around, look, nobody's there. He's not specifying why he's showing me this. But know that if you think you hear somebody walking on the gravel behind you, and you turn around, nobody's there, it's your dad. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more signs if you want more signs. It always helps them to know that, oh, I realize that's a sign from you that you're actually stopping in to say hi, and then you'll get more. It kind of like opens a little floodgate. And they go, oh, I'll bring you more signs. Asking if you want. It's your free will choice, yes or no. Here we go with the names again. He says Harriet. Harriet. So it's a female with an H, HA name. Might have to stretch that outside the box. Don't know why he's acknowledging her. He says when he got there, one of the first people he saw was his grandma. Not your grandma, his grandma. And they were very excited to see each other. He says he missed her. Even though she was a little loud and boisterous. Well, that ought to define which grandma it is. He really missed her. And she says she's keeping watch out over you too. She's a very strong lady. Not strong as in asshole type strong. Just strong. I don't know what word I want to use. Corrective. Corrective. I don't know what. Just sometimes I'll just throw words out. Corrective. Be corrective lenses. I want to say corrective lenses, but that's not. He didn't say lenses. So that would be talking about glasses. Just get a new pair of glasses. You need some. You need to change them. I don't know. He said you can be happy sitting on a floor in a house, and it could almost be a dirt floor, but it's a house. It doesn't have to be a mansion. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's what you put inside of it. It's how you make it a home. Even he's showing like even if the paint's peeling off the walls, it doesn't have to be perfect to make the feeling inside of it perfect. If that makes sense. He couldn't have asked for a better daughter. You like to chime in. So it'd be like he's showing you when you were a lot younger. And like the family, well, this is normal for a kid though. A lot younger, and of course the adults are sitting there talking, and you're always running in and, you know, chiming in. I don't think that's what he was talking about at first, but he's showing that way now. He said, "You were always chiming in, chiming in." He's not criticizing or making fun of it. I think all little kids do that. My grandkids always want to chime in when I'm on the phone. Okay, he's also, now he's, well, he was doing that thing a minute ago, but now he's, I don't know if you can, I don't know if he used to sniff a lot. You've been sniffling. You're going to hear this. You'll hear the, and you'll kind of look around and go, it's my imagination. No, it's not. So, and now I'm doing it. So know how much he loves you still. Love never dies. Love is the highest form of energy that you can possibly have. And everything is energy. It's just some is slower forms of energy. Rock is energy. It's just a slower form of energy. Everything is energy. Love is the highest form. And that's what we should strive for here. And we're definitely not doing it nowadays, are we? It's getting worse. Anyway, he's calling himself Mr. Charming. He's got a Mr. Charming. He's showing himself like, I don't know if he was married to your mom or anything the whole time or what. He's not saying, but it's like ladies like to follow him around. It's like he would be walking, he'd be like 2 or 3 ladies. And I don't think he means physically. He might, but just like he said, they'd always just follow me around, kind of like little gnats. You know, he says, "Say it all, Rhonda." Kind of like little pecker gnats. And he was kind of like, okay, so they're back there following me along. So I really don't care. I don't know if he's referring to certain people or if this is just kind of the way women were just kind of attracted to him. He said snowmobile. Don't know, have no clue where you live. And he's shown me a picture of a snowmobile. Don't know if he had one, you have one, you want to ride one. He's not saying where he's going with that. It's his show, his ball game. There's a little one. I believe it's a boy, at least by the haircut. I can't see the whole child. It's like it's sitting on the floor and he's ruffling its hair. So ruffling the child's hair. You might see the boy go like this. He's pretty young. Pretty young. I'd say roughly 2. Could be a little younger, a little older, but small. Or this is a child or grandchild that he used to do this to, or even a nephew. I mean, I think he's doing it now. Little children and animals can see them, hear them, no problem, because they haven't been told yet. You can't have an imaginary friend. So they're innocent. They're open. They're free. So if I don't know if this is a child, a grandchild, what anyway. You see this child like smoothing his hair down. Maybe You think he's talking to himself, but he's not. Or he might even mention your dad, or just the name out of the blue. He knows he's there, but he's not showing him. Your dad is not showing the boy interacting with him. Your dad's ruffling his hair, kind of in a loving way, like you would do a little kid that you love. But the child's kind of not turning around and interacting with him. So I don't know if the child actually knows he's there. Like I said, most of them do. It's no big deal to them until we tell them not to. So with that, he's going to leave. He's holding a red balloon. I don't know if you've had a balloon release for him, or maybe you sent him balloons right before he passed, or something about it doesn't have to be red. I know that we're getting vague again, but I just put all the scenarios out there. I'll tell you what I see, and then I'll tell you what it could be if we don't have it exact. So it doesn't have to be a red balloon, but he's holding one red balloon. He says, be kind to yourself. Be more kind to yourself than you would others. And know that I love you very, very, very much. And with that, he's leaving. Okay, my dear. Thank you very much. He's waving as he leaves. He got a little ways out and then he waved. Thank you very much for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.